Hello, everybody, and welcome to Memoirs of an Unknown Man, previously Thoughts I Think. I'm your host, Mike, and today we're going to talk about unfortunate events, bad luck that triggers depressive episodes. I'm going to tell you a couple stories, I'm going to tell you a little bit, and then I'm going to ask questions to give you an opportunity to talk back. Let me know what you think. I want to hear from you. You can comment on my YouTube page, or you can comment on my Twitter page. I will have both links in the comments in the description below. So make sure you go check that out and let me know. First, I want to say, if you've been through something bad, like a divorce, losing a house, losing a job, something where it just feels like everything's just completely gone to shit, you just want to give up, you hate where everything's going, and it just can't get any better, let me tell you, it does get better. The shit is only temporary. It's happening for some reason. Usually I don't know what the fuck that reason is, but it's happening for a reason, and it will only get better. You can only go up from there. You can't stay down forever, as much as it may seem like it at times. I've been through some shit, and I've been a part of someone else's deep fall to rock bottom and climbing back up. So one of the things I went through was when I was living in Ohio a while back, probably close to 12, 13 years ago, maybe even more than that. My wife and I got a job opportunity here in Pennsylvania. It would have been a lot of money, would have been a great job, a really, really good opportunity. And we had to take it. So at the time, only my wife was working. So she quit her job, and we moved up here to Allentown, Pennsylvania. And we got here, and within a couple of weeks, we were told that the job fell through and wasn't going to happen. I panicked, started looking for a job, and the best I could get was retail store at Walgreens, making close to minimum wage. Minimum wage or close to it does not support a 5-person family. So we struggled a lot. We ended up with my in-laws a lot longer than we had hoped. We had no money. I felt like a fucking idiot and a failure, and it was really, really hard. I was really depressed, and ever since then, anytime a job falls through, or anytime something happens with my money, my job, whatever the case may be, it really triggers a lot of depression and depressive episodes. And I'm not just talking about sadness because of the specific circumstance. I'm talking about true depressive episodes that linger with you for a lifetime, that linger with you for 10, 20 years, where you just always have that lingering feeling that you're a failure. Another instance that happened to me was when I was 18. I got my driver's license suspended for too many points under the age of 18. And it sucked. I was very depressed about that. I felt really embarrassed by it, but it was my own fault. I ended up getting it suspended longer because of being stupid while it was suspended. But eventually I got it back and everything is fine. And after both of those and moving on, my wife and I have bought a house since then. I have a really good job now, and things are going well, and I have high hopes for the future. But with that being said, as I've mentioned, sometimes when you go through enough shit and you go through all these bad luck events and unfortunate series of events, you start to feel like your high hopes and your big plans are never going to work out the way you want them to or the way you plan them to. And that's kind of how I feel. I'm expecting the worst. I don't expect any of it to work out, and I expect it's just going to be another fail, and I'm going to end up right where I am now, which isn't the end of the world, but it's not what I want. In fact, this podcast is kind of my lead-in to what I plan to do in a couple years. This will kind of help me and get me out there and get me going. But I'm not going to say any more as to what it will be until I get closer to that time. But my point in all of this is to say it does get better. When you're going through it, make sure you have a good support system, either a good friend, family, someone that you can talk to, that you can cry to, whatever the case may be. That makes a huge difference. That's how I got through it. My wife and I have been through many things, from miscarriages to family deaths to loss of jobs, etc., etc. We cry together, we talk together, we comfort each other, and we get through it, and things do get better. So with that being said, one of the questions I want to put out for you guys is, at what point do you feel like you've just been dealt too much, that you just want to give up, that you don't understand why or how you could be dealt so much bullshit and crap in your life? How do you push through it? How do you get past the point of no return when it completely seems lost, when you feel like you've lost everything and you can't get it back? What are your coping mechanisms? I helped someone who lost their family and lost their home, ended up living with us, and it was a horrible time. I helped them, and they got back on their feet, and they are extremely happy now. They have their family back, except for the spouse that they divorced, but they have their kids back, and things are good. It gets better. Sometimes it takes time, sometimes longer than others, but it does get better. So let me know what you think. How do you get past these events? What does it take to get you to the point of just wanting to give up? And let me know on Twitter. Let me know on my YouTube channel. If you're listening on Spotify, I have all the links in the comments below in the description. And leave me a 5-star rating, please. If you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. I also do shorts on that channel. And leave me a thumbs up. Let me know you like it. Until then, I will talk to you next time.